All right, so this is part 5 of Passive Income Beyond Borders. This one is the biggest one by far. This one is one for those of you that say, I don't feel like starting a business. I just want to invest some income, some money, and I want a return on that investment. It is buying investment properties internationally. I am also a real estate agent. I've been a licensed real estate agent since 2001. But now, as I'm traveling abroad, I'm working with developers to connect people, my friends in the U.S., with properties overseas. So let me explain to you the difference, and then I'm going to show you a few here that are like being built right across from me. So the difference between buying properties, or we're just going to talk about new developments, for example. Buying new development investment properties in the U.S. versus the overseas. Right now I'm in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. So when you are buying a home in the U.S., of course, we know you have to get financing unless you're paying cash, and you're getting, in most cases, a 30-year mortgage. Here, when you're buying a new build or a new property or a new condo from a new condo development, you are putting a deposit. In most cases, it's about 30%. It may be a little different based on each developer. And then it takes them about, just say, approximately 18 months to build. So during that 18 months, you'll have monthly payments for that. And then at the end, when you go to closing, you'll have a 30 to 40% payment. On average, just say, for example, here in Playa del Carmen, there's properties that's starting at like 170. I've seen some that are starting at 99. Some are up to 300, 500, a million. So whatever your budget is. And it doesn't have to be in Playa del Carmen. I'm just throwing that out for examples. We have properties. I partner with developers in Ghana for properties that start at 40K. So you're just basically, you're putting that 30% down. You're making payments over the 18-month build period, if it is 18 months with that specific developer. And then at closing, you're paying that 30 to 40% or whatever that balance is. Now, you're probably wondering, well, when I get to closing, what happens if I don't have that 30 or 40%? A lot of people are, just say, for example, if you own a home in the U.S., a lot of people are doing home equity loans, taking equity out of their home to close on their investment property, because that investment property overseas is about to bring in some income. When I met with the developers here in Playa del Carmen, it was mentioned that Airbnbs are rented about 95%. It's lower in a lot of places in the U.S., especially during the months where it's cold. You're getting lower, probably sometimes 60%, if that, in some areas. So 60% where it's rented during the year. But the huge difference is when you are buying overseas, once that closing is over, as long as you put that 30 to 40% or whatever that balance is you have to pay, you don't have a 30-year mortgage. You have a debt-free property. Debt-free. You're not paying 30 years of interest. So I'm going to turn this camera around. I'm going to share with you some properties that are being built across from me. So if you look here, this one here, my fat fingers there, that one is being built. They've been putting oh my gosh, the concrete on it for a while now, and you notice the difference here. If you're looking at homes that are being built in the U.S., you're seeing a lot of sticks going up. Like literally a lot of sticks going up. I know they're probably called something else, but here is they're actually doing this by hand. So that's the reason it takes them 18 months to build. In the U.S., a lot of these homes are being built within, well, townhomes I'm seeing being built in like 3 months, but some properties in the U.S. are being built in 6 months, 9 months. I am in, and look at my view, guys. But I am in around the corner actually from the developer that I'm working with, and they're building 2 more properties around the corner, and they start at about 180. All of these properties will have a return on investment because you're right by the beach, and I'm right by 5th Avenue, which is the main street here in Playa del Carmen. So when you're buying overseas, you want to make sure you're in an area that the property is going to be rented out consistently. You don't want a property to sit like here in Playa del Carmen. If you were to buy a property that was on the other side of the expressway, that would probably sit a lot longer because that's really not in a walkable area. Playa del Carmen on this side is walkable. All of the restaurants are over on this side. All of the cafes are over here. All of the parties happen, well, not all of them, I'm sure some on the other side, but most of the big things happen over here because the beach is right here 3 blocks away. So look for those things when you are thinking about investing overseas. This one is for those of you that just don't want to start a business. You just want a place to put your money and allow it to grow. You're probably thinking, okay, I don't want to manage a property overseas. You don't have to. All you have to do is hire a property manager. Of course, that's going to take some of your profits, but it's good for you to have a property manager in the area of wherever you're buying in, so that you don't have to deal with that, so that you're just receiving those checks every single month. So let me know what your questions are about buying property overseas. I do help with properties here in Mexico, in Playa del Carmen, in Tulum. Also with properties in Ghana, Dominican Republic, Dubai, and we have a few more countries that are coming up, so I will let you know those soon. So what questions do you have about investing abroad? Just go ahead and comment below. And then if you want to get on my list where we are, when we're sharing information about properties, each month we do webinars for each area, so that you can come on and ask your questions. You can see what properties are available. You can see what the actual price is of each property, what the deposits are for each property, and you can ask your questions. So there is information in my bio. Just get on. It's the Legacy, the Insiders list. Just click on that, enter your name and email, and when we have our next training or next call, we'll send you an email so that you can join us. So let me know what questions you have in the comments, or either feel free to send me a message. All right. So this is part 5. If you missed any of the other series, part 1 through 4, go ahead and check those out. Those are simple digital products, affiliate products, referral, recurring income. Go check those out and let me know what questions you have under each. Talk to you soon.